Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. As-salatu was-salamu ala ashrafil mursaleen wa ala alihi wa sahbihi ajma'een. Amma ba'd. Respected dignitaries and beloved students, it is our proud that after 4 decades of establishing Darul Huda, we can proudly remember our founding fathers today because of their vision, their commitment, and because their dream was successful, materialized. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala कहता है बिस्मिल्लाहिर रहमानिर रहीम वमन यत्तकिल्लाह यजअल लहु मखरजा वयरज़ुक़हु मिन हैसु ला यहतसिब वमन यतवक्कल अला अल्लाह फहुव हस्बुह. Whenever we are reading the Quran, the ahadith, we can remember the commitment made by our forefathers. Recently, I was engaged in a project about one of the great educationists, Professor Sayyid Ali Ashraf. He was a great scholar from Bangladesh. His service was largely in the Cambridge University, and he also worked in Saudi Arabia and Pakistan. He was a very committed Sufi scholar, but a professor of English language. He has many work about the educational challenges that the Muslim Ummah is facing. He contributed theoretically how to revive Islamic education. And it was in the same year or in the same period when our forefathers, our founding fathers, were thinking about a solution for the educational crisis in Kerala. So now, when we are looking worldwide, we can show our model as one of the great model, succeeder model. Because many of the educational theorists, they produce theories, philosophical ideas, but when come to the materializing their theories, when come to the ground, to the practice, there was too many challenges. The only few model we can see in the world which truly provided a solution for the contemporary challenges of Islamic education. One another example is the experiences of International Islamic University in Malaysia. In the same year, in 1980s, the crisis they analyzed was almost similar to the crisis our founding fathers also analyzed. But when we are looking to the history of our founding fathers, C.H. Haidros Musliar, M.M. Bashir Musliar, Dr. U. Baputi Haji, and Kunyapu Haji, Professor E. Muhammad Sar, and a number of Panakkad Sadats, they were not any international scholar or international thinker. They don't have any philosophical book, theory about reforms in education. Of course, they were great scholars. C.H. Haidros Musliar was a Sufi scholar. M.M. Bashir Musliar was known as the computer of Samasta Kerala Jamiyat al-Ulama, because of his sharp thinking, his forward looking, his reformative mindset. But their conduct was only Kerala, their experience was Kerala or the South India. Dr. U. Baputi Haji, he was centered in Chammad, in this city. No any international connections. But they were committed to the cause of Islam. They were thinking of the society. Day and night, they were discussing how to make a solution for the problems faced by the Ummah. It was their concern. So, this teamwork, a collective work, that made Darul Huda a success. You can see a number of institutions, high profile institutions, established by great personalities in many countries, in America, in Malaysia. I know many institutions personally. We don't want to name anything because they are reputed institutions. But they were established by an iconic figure. After their demise, the institution was derailed. Their vision was collapsed. There were no people to go ahead with their vision. But Alhamdulillah, for Darul Huda, it was a collective work. Yadullahi ma'al jama'ah. So, because of this collective work, you see, every scholar has, or every personalities in the Darul Huda team, they have their own expertise, their own contribution. So, it was because of this group work that we can understand from the hadith of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. رجلان تحابا في الله واجتمع عليه وتفرق عليه. The team Darul Huda was that. They were working for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Their law was for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is why their mission could succeed. And even after their demise, the same passion, the same ideas are cherishing here. There are new generation who are taking with the same mission. Alhamdulillah, today we are not only a single institution. We are expanded into multiple institutions. And the graduates of this institution, they are also taking forward the mission which was started humbly by our founding fathers. You see, when they started, it was a simple, humble start. But their dream was so high. The vision they put for Darul Huda was not a simple thing. We have hundreds of institutions worldwide, Islamic institutions. Mostly, their vision would be to produce scholars who can work in masjids, who can work in madrasa, who can teach Islam. But our scholars, our founders, they put a very broad vision that is relevant even today, to produce Islamic leadership who can lead Muslim societies in the new generation, in the new century, who can do the international da'wah. So there is nothing else. Everything you are thinking within the Islamic activities, it is included in our vision. So this is a very broad vision. Because of this vision, we could have expand our mission. We could work not only in Kerala, but in various states of India. Not only in India. See, for example, Dr. Saeed Hudawi is a graduate of Darul Huda. He's a head of the department in Yobe State University in Nigeria. Anywhere in the world, if you are looking into the academic people, they are researchers, they are producing articles, they are publishing books, but they are not connected with the common people. They are not connected with the Islamic societies. But Dr. Saeed Hudawi, because of his experience in Darul Huda, while he is the head of the department in the Nigerian university, he is going to the ground. Whenever his weekend, he is visiting various villages. He is building maktabs there. He is building masjids there. Why this idea is coming? Because of the ikhlas and commitment of our founding fathers. So this idea, تعاونوا على البر والتقوى ولا تعاونوا على الإثم والعدوان, this collaboration, this working force is very important. When you become Hudawi, we cannot do a big mission alone. Alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much. It's an English proverb. So when we are working alone, that is why I told you the mission. Pioneering scholars, iconic scholars, they built a big institution with a great mission. But after their demise, it is not going forward because they don't have people who can carry this mission. But Alhamdulillah for Darul Huda, because every scholar, this is also an idea, how our team utilized each personality. You see, Professor E. Muhammad Sahib, he was an expert of secular subject, chemistry, science. Because of him, we could integrate secular subject into the religious subject. M. Bashir Musriyar was a forward-looking scholar. His idea helped us to form a new syllabus in Islamic education. And every single personality in our Darul Huda founding fathers. So for every person, if it was a single scholar, they could not have achieved all this mission. So this is very important, especially when you are going home into various villages. You cannot do alone. You have to take confidence of every person. See, Kunyapu Haji and Sayyid Alvi Haji, they are not a great personalities in education field. They are rich people, sincere people, committed people. Because of this teamwork, they contributed the money. The idea contributed by the other peoples. So every single personality contributed what they have. And as a team, they could materialize the dream of Darul Huda Islamic University. This is also a great example of collaboration between Umara and Ulama, the scholars and leaders. This is a problem. Nowadays people are thinking, who are good? Is scholars, because they are with knowledge. So they are thinking that we are the leaders. The leaders should follow us because we are with knowledge. Knowledge is the power. But the Darul Huda's experience, it's a collective work. There is no any leader. All are contributing. Kunyapu Haji, Baputi Haji, Sayyid Alvi Haji, all these are leaders. Baputi Haji was the general secretary. And the scholars, Shaykhuna, inshallah we are talking about Zainul Ulama here. Bashir Musriyar, C.H. Ustad, all were scholars. When they are worked together, this is one of the problems that India is facing. There are big scholars in India, but they are not ready to work with the rich people or the leaders, community leaders. They are thinking we are higher. So when we are thinking of the hierarchy, we cannot move forward. The Darul Huda example is a great source of energy whenever we are thinking of a mission. And all of you should replicate the experiences of Darul Huda, the model of Darul Huda in various fields, inshallah. Wallahu al-muwaffiq. വാഖിറു ദഅവാന അൽഹംദുലില്ലാഹി റബ്ബിൽ ആലമീൻ. അസ്സലാമു അലൈക്കും വറഹ്മത്തുള്ളാഹി വബറകാതുഹു.